Hey Pete, John Kiriakou here.
So, first of all, thank you for your support and for liking my podcast and my story. I appreciate that. So, what's a story that I've never talked about before? It's actually a prison story. I was in prison with a serial killer named Truck. We called him Truck because he was a long-distance truck driver. He would pick up prostitutes at truck stops, and
He didn't want to pay them after having sex with them, so he would strangle them and throw their bodies out of the truck on the side of the highway.
he ended up getting caught, and he got 40 to life. There was another guy in my housing unit that we called Cat in the Hat because he had this oddly elongated, freakish head. Cat in the Hat was in on a murder for hire charge. He hired a hitman to kill his business partner. But when he got caught, he ratted out the hitman to save himself. Well, Cat in the Hat wanted to move into my cell, and we had a rule, no pedophiles and no rats, so I said forget it. So he took a strong disliking to me. Well, Truck, for whatever reason, constantly sought my approval. He would save me a seat in the TV room to watch football games or whatever. It was weird. One day, I'm sitting in the TV room with Truck, and Cat in the Hat has his back to me. He doesn't see that I'm literally 3 feet behind him. Well, earlier in the day, I got called to the warden's office. And the reason I got called to the warden's office is because Jake Tapper had come up from CNN and he wanted to interview me. Usually when you get called to the warden's office, it's because you're a rat and you're ratting somebody out. So Cat in the Hat doesn't see him 3 feet behind him. And he says to this guy next to him,
Did you hear Kiriakou got called to the warden's office today? That guy's a fucking rat. He went down there to rat us out. Well, if you call somebody a rat, blood's gonna be spilled.
So Truck says to me, did you hear that guy? He just called you a rat. I saw my opening, and I said,
Hey Truck, 30 minutes ago, I heard him call you a pedophile. Without saying a single word, Truck got up and beat him almost to death.
the guy had to be life flighted. They had to land a helicopter in the yard and life flight him to Pittsburgh. Truck got another 5 years added on to his sentence for assault with injury. And I was done with both of them.
When Cat in the Hat finally got out of the hospital, he came back with his head down. He apologizes to me. And I got right up in his face and I said, listen, because I'm only going to say this once. If I ever hear my name cross your lips ever again, you're dead.
Do you understand? And he's like, yes, I understand. That's a combination of a life lesson I learned at the CIA, which was let others do your dirty work, and the best advice that I ever received. It's actually something that Benjamin Franklin said. He said, never open... What the heck did he say? I want to make sure that I get it right. It is better for a man to think you a fool